Hi guys, thanks for joining us. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. As you can see, not doing a Gloomhaven run through today. Seeing a lot of exciting stuff, Facebook and everything about boxes arriving, 2nd edition. A lot of excited people looking forward to playing that. I've not received my copy of it yet. Obviously I do have the 1st edition set, and hope you've joined us in a few of those videos. But time being what it is, I've just not had a chance to get the box out and sort of really give it a good go recently. I'll be looking to do more in the way of the solo videos again, but in the meantime I thought I would crack on a solo game which is a little shorter, quicker, easier to get playing through. I've probably played 4 or 5 games of Terraforming Mars solo now, and I found it normally takes sort of 45 to an hour to play. It's pretty good going. With that in mind, we'll crack on it. So I've not played many, probably half dozen or so games, but I've managed to win 2. The thing that I find hardest to keep track of, I always get a little carried away, as I did with our solo Gloomhaven games, keeping track and making sure I'm moving up the generation marker. One thing that I found useful to do is counting our discarded cards and then checking which generation I'm on that way. I'm going to shuffle up the corporation cards and deal 2 out to myself and choose one of them based on the 10 cards we start with. The solo game, you start with a terraforming rating of only 14. Normal game, you would start with a higher terraforming rating of 20. Not only being your victory points at the end of the game, which is obviously irrelevant in a solo game, for the most part you just want to win. Points are nice, but you want to just complete the objectives. But also it's your income. So to start with only 14, you've got 14 generations to get the oxygen to 14%, the temperature up to 8 degrees, which personally I think is still a little cold. Even if I do come from England, that sounds cold. And 9 lakes. It's a tough ask, I think. When I have played it with other people, again, I think I've only played 3 games of this with others. A little late to the party. Spent most of the year playing Gloomhaven, so I've not cracked open these other games yet. We've probably taken 12, 13 generations with sort of 3 of us, so to do it solo is hard, but obviously you've not got the hostility in it. Cool, so we will crack on. I think I've got it set out, so we've got a bit of area here for the card tableau to still be visible. The game board as such isn't hugely relevant in a solo game, but obviously it's nice to look at. Now I have ordered I have kickstarted a 3D printer. So come the new year, I may well look at sort of replacing the tiles with 3D printed ones. If you have had any interest in Terraforming Mars, which I presume if you're watching this video you do have, you've probably seen all the pimped out materials online. Okay, so let's have a look. First of all, we've got the choice of the Mining Guild. Trying to avoid the glare. We start with 30 credits, 5 steel and a steel production. And every time we would gain steel or titanium from a placement bonus on the map, we could increase our production of steel 1 step. That's pretty good. Tractor, on the other hand, simply just start with a lot of money in comparison, 60, so twice as much. And when we play an Earth card, we pay 3 less for it. Before we jump too far in, we will set up the dummy plays, just here to block a few spaces and put some tiles out. That's why there's the 4 red cubes. So 14 tiles in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Already one of the steel locations is blocked. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've actually only punched out one punch board's worth of tokens. I've not felt the need to do the other one, but there is a lot more city and forest tiles, double-sided. But we've never terraformed Mars enough to need them at this point. 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16. So normally you'd mark each of your tiles on the board. In a solo game, one person suggestion, which I agree with, is to simply mark the dummy players' cities, and after that point, you know every other tile is going to be yours. So let's see what we have. Domed Crater, Rover Construction, Commercial District, Comet, Soil Factory, Magnetic Food Generation, Medical Lab, Sponsors, some probes. So Trans-Neptune probe's probably going to go straight away. No special benefit on it. Simply would get us a point. We don't want to end up buying that. When any city tile is placed to gain 2 money, it would cost us 3 to buy it, 8 to play it. So we'd have to be looking at playing at least 6 cities to get any money back. That's unlikely, so we get rid of that one. None of these have particularly high requirements from the oxygen or temperature, so we're not blocked in that regard. And then we've got the choice. So a lot of these do require steel. So if we were going to look at the mining guild, that steel could be used to purchase these buildings. One of them would also let us put down a tile next to another city. That wouldn't help us get any resource to increase our steel production though, but it's quite a nice one. Decrease your energy to get 4 money, 4 income. Decrease energy to get 3 more income, but also placing a city and getting 3 greenery. Decrease your energy to gain plants. Decrease your energy by 4, which is probably not something we're going to manage to do straight away. Very nice to get the 3 terraforming rating, 2 plant production, just too much resource. So sponsors works really well with Terractor. Instantly bump our money up. Which is something we want to look to do. Medical lab is good if we've got a lot of other buildings out, but at this point it's a bit too early in the game to really get a big bump from that, so let's discard that one. Space station is useful, especially early, because then when we're playing space cards it lets us get it cheaper, but again at a cost of 13, because we've got no titanium for reduction, we'd have to play 7 space cards for this to be cheaper overall. We're very tight for money at the start, with only an income of 14, so it may, in the long run, be something that would be beneficial. I think we get rid of it as well. So energy for plants, it's very nice, especially early. I think we'll hold off on that. for later. Hopefully we'll get some options for plant production later on, but I prefer to look at this energy for money. If we can get our income up very quickly, these 3 cards, we're going to be in a very good position. We've got to spend, for the standard project, 22 to get 2 energy. Yeah, this one would pay for itself fairly quickly, I think. Do we want the comet as well? So placing a water tile is normally 18 and 14 for an asteroid inbox, so it's about 32. We get 24, so it's 8 cheaper, but we'd have to buy it now. So we definitely want these 3 sponsors. I think we're going to go for Terraforming for that Earth benefit. Would cost us 3 to buy and only 3 to play because of our discount. So that's effectively 6 of our money spent. These 2 would cost 46 extra with the cost to purchase them, 46.52. So we wouldn't be able to increase our power enough to buy them both and play them, but we could certainly get one of these played on the first turn along with our sponsors, which I think is worth doing. Gives us some plants, gives us some money income. We could pick up some steel if we played this one first to make this one cheaper. Since we're not going to be playing everything anyway, we will buy this one as well. It does make it cheaper for us, so we're going to end up spending 12 of our 60. I'm not intending this to be sort of a rules playthrough or a strategy guide, but I'll try and talk through my decisions as much as possible. Obviously I'm not giving away tactics to anyone else, it's a solo game, so I'm going to talk you through sort of which cards I want to keep and why, sort of my thought process as I'm going through. Otherwise it's just going to be a boring video of silence, isn't it? So we've got our money left over. First thing, as I say, we want to do is get our sponsors out. So because of our Earth tag, it's only going to cost us 3 and increase our money production by 2. Well worth doing. One thing worth noticing, any time when you are terraforming, your money production will go up. So this is actually going to be a bump to our income of 2 as well. It's worth bearing in mind. Cheapest one to start with, only 16 is this, but we need an energy production, so we've got to spend 11 first of all on the standard project, which, although not glamorous, really do get the job done. Then we'll play the commercial district. So I'm going to decrease that power we just bought and spend 16. It's 21, so we get 5 change. Increase our money income by another 4. And we can place that tile, which I remember seeing at the bottom earlier. So it has to be placed next to... Oh no, place this tile and it gets 1 victory point for each adjacent city tile at the end of the game. Well, we're not particularly bothered about this, but all of our tiles will have to be connected to this in the future. We have enough money left over to bring down this comet. I think that might be something we're going to do this round anyway, even though we were saving up really for the domed crater. Our income is up to 20. If I pick up some steel, no, we still wouldn't be able to, but I do think we're going to want to place it here. Gives us the option to get to these other resources. If we have to place greenery, because greenery tiles will always have to be contiguously connected to another tile, you can't just place it elsewhere. If I build anything else, it can, but greenery needs to be separate. Then we'll bring down this comet. So we've got no titanium, but it's going to give us a bump of 2 to our income and get us rolling. And I can pick up some more resources. I could pick up some more cards. I'm more interested in getting these resources to drop the price at this point. So, oh, what was I thinking? 21. We definitely don't have enough for 21, do we? No. So we could spend the 11 now on a power plant. I don't think that's worth it. We do have 18. We could bring down an aquifer and get these 2 titanium and also bump our income up by 1, or we could hold on to our money and see what cards we draw. So six extra titanium would be quite nice. But we could just do that at the start of the next turn. Basically, we're going to cost ourselves 1 money for the possibility of drawing some cheap cards we might want to put up. So we'll move to round 2, do our production. We've got 6 and still 14 here, so we just make 20 money. But at least after only 1 generation, we're back to where you'd normally start. Not generating anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we have the Advanced Ecosystems, just worth 3 points, so we'll discard that one. Media Archives, 1 credit for every event ever played by all players. So at the moment that is 0, so we'll probably not get that. There's Rad Suits. It's effectively 9 money to increase our income by 1. It's okay. It's worth a point. There are 2 cities on the board because of the neutral cities. But if I wanted to increase our income by 1, I'd much prefer to just spend the 14. And then that's also part of the way towards our goal. And then there's Hired Raiders. So this would cost us 4, 3 to buy it, 1 to play it, to get 4. But then it is an event that has been played that might be useful. But I really don't think that's going to come around unless we wanted to keep hold of the media archive. Obviously this one would be an earth tag, so it is cheaper for us to play it later, but would only gain a benefit even with our discount if 8 events are played by us. We've got 1 in our hand, the comet at the moment. This would be 2. That's still a long way away though. So I think actually we're just going to discard all 4 of those cards this round. That's not particularly good, but we do still have 2 things we're planning on doing. Okay, so never picked up those 2 steel, did I? So let's do that. So we've got 11. We could increase our power, and then 24 is enough to then play our domed crater. We could then place a city tile out on the board. Leaves us then 7 money, which is not enough to do anything useful. Or we could just spend 21 to get this comet down and draw 2 more cards. Let's do that. 21. So we could make another player lose 3 greenery. We won't be doing that to ourselves. We raise the temperature 1. We place a lake. I'm going to place it up here to draw 2 cards. And because we've done both the temperature and placed a lake, we bump the terraforming rating. So we have Arctic algae. Whenever anyone places an ocean tile, gain 2 plants. And requiring 6% oxygen, decrease any plant production 1 step, increase my energy production 2 steps. It's a negative point, but again, that doesn't matter. I'm not paying for these cards, so they're just going to go into my hand. The Arctic algae is nice. There's 8 more lakes I'm going to place, so that's going to be 16 plants over the course of the game, getting all those lakes out, which is going to be 2 free greenery tiles effectively. So for 12 money, it's going to save us 46, so that's definitely going to be worthwhile. Got plenty of time to play it. It doesn't have to come out now. I'm not going to be playing a greenery tile, another lake tile at this point. So what else shall we do? We could increase our power now, and it would just trickle over to 1 heat. We're making 22 money. Yeah, let's make one more energy production ready for next round, which we will start now. So on to generation 3, 6 and 16. Like I said, 22 income. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have hackers to increase our income by 2 and lose a point at the cost of 6 money. This early, that's probably still worth it. Nitrophilic moss will require us to lose 2 plants to gain 2 plant production. That's pretty good. These 2, they require 5% and 6% oxygen. Although they're good cards, they're a long way away. And that's going to be a bit of a waste of our money to invest in those patents right now. So we discard those 2. Nitrophilic moss is very nice. We're still 2 lakes away from it happening though. Hackers could happen this turn, so we've got 28. If I spent 6, we've only got 22. Would have to sell a card, but I think that's going to be worth it. Yes, so my thought is I'm going to buy both of these for 6 and try and get some lakes out soon. That's going to probably combo well with our Arctic algae. And we can start then getting our plant production going as well. The only thing we're really missing, oops, I forgot the energy. The only thing we're really missing then is heat production. No, we are going to be short of money, aren't we? We'll buy there anyway. Yeah, it's going to be fine. It'll be fine. Mars will be lovely. So we spend 6 money. We've only got 22. So the problem I've just thought is we don't have the energy production. Both of these require us to decrease our energy by 1. So we can't play both. We'll just spend the 3 on the hackers because that's almost doing the same job. Maybe this is a bit overkill to do as well after that. But we spend 3, 5, 6, 7 change. Decrease our energy, increase our money by 2. We could then Let's spend 12 on the Arctic algae now. We know we want to start heading towards those lakes. We've got 7 money. Nothing else we can do over here. So we will have to end the generation there. So we're not generating any energy anymore, but that was lighter heat. We are making 24 credits. So that's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's plantation, which is simply to gain a greenery tile. Quite nice for only 15, but it requires 2 science tags. We don't have any at the moment. There's 1 in our hand, but it's an event card, so it doesn't matter. Subterranean reservoir. It's effectively a ocean for 14 money, so that's going to be a good one. Draw 2 cards for 8 money. It's probably not worth it. It is always nice to draw more cards, but that's a big investment. 9 money to gain 1 plant production. That's not too bad. We do want to start getting plants ticking over. Can we afford it right now? That is the question. We're going to spend 3 on this card. This would be 6, leaving us 25 money. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll spend 6. We'll instantly spend 11 of our remaining money on the subterranean reservoir. So terraforming rating is going to go up by 1. We can place this. We would want probably more steel. Now I've got 8 credits worth of steel. And then let's spend 9 money on the adaptive lichen to increase our plant production. One thing as well, we've placed a lake, so we're getting 2 plants from that. Well on our way. So, more than a third of the way through. Generation 5, we're going to make a plant. We have 8 and 17, so 25 money. And we have 8 in steel as well, so that's not too bad. Sabotage. So that's more cost effective. It would cost us 4 to get 8 worth of steel, 9 worth of titanium, or 7 money, so we'll buy that one. Big asteroid, again really nice. You get 12 money back effectively in titanium and 2 bumps on temperature, which is 28 cost anyway. Would get our heat production going. Invention contest. It's going to be to draw 3 cards and keep 1 of them, so 5 to get 1 card. We probably won't bother with that. The open city requires 12% oxygen, so we're way too far away from that. Excuse me, sorry. So the big asteroid is a nice saving. It could work well with our sabotage as well. Oh no, sorry, sabotage. It's simply to remove it from another player. We don't gain it. Is that right? Which was the other card? Yeah, the other card said steal. Okay, so we don't want sabotage because we really don't care about removing non-existent resources from a dummy player. So that just leaves us the big asteroid. We won't be able to bring it down immediately though. So does it stop us doing other actions? I think it's a worthwhile investment for 3 money. So we are 1 lake away from being able to do our nitrophilic moss and really getting our plant production going. So let's spend 18 immediately on that. So just going to do the standard project. We know we want some titanium for an oncoming space project, so this reduces that asteroid by 6, which is good in the future. Now we have, and we brought down another lake, we get 2 more plants. We then can do the nitrophilic moss for only 8 money, which we've got. It requires us to lose 2 plants, those were free anyway, to gain 2 plant production. So we're still really struggling on heat now, but we're a third of the way on lakes, and we've done nothing on greenery. Swimmingly well, swimmingly. So, not judging anything over there. Another 3 plants. 18 and 8, so around 26 money. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can decrease our income by 1 to get 2 energy, which is quite nice, because then we can decrease our energy by 2 to gain 2 steel and 1 titanium production and bump the oxygen up by 2, so those will go very nicely together. Security fleet, simply to get points, is going to go away. Investment loan, it would cost us 3 money to buy it, but free then to play it. You decrease your money by 1 and gain 10. This doesn't seem worthwhile if you've got to buy the card, because it will cost you 6 to get 10 money. Considering we'd get the discount, you effectively get 7 money out of it, which is pretty much equal for the course with our income. So unless we could do something with that extra money immediately this term, let's have a look. So we can do peroxide power. We could do it with our steel if we wanted, and go straight into strip mining. But then we'd have no money left over. We might need the investment loan actually to just get those last few credits to be able to do both those cards. So we're going to spend 6, and then we'd spend 6, 7, and we'd only have 22 money left. So, yep, despite saying it doesn't seem like it's really worth it, we're going to take the investment loan as well. So we're going to spend 9 money. There's 3 cards. Free to play the investment loan because it's an earth tag. So we decrease our money. We gain 10 credits. We're going to spend 6 credits worth of steel plus 1 money to decrease our money again to get 2 power. And then we'll spend 25 to lose that power, gain 2 steel production, 1 titanium, but more importantly, 2 oxygen bumps, which increases our terraforming rating and makes up for that money we've lost this round. And now we've got some steel and titanium production. Okay, well that's got to be the end of the generation with only 2 money left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're generating 3 plants, which is enough for a greenery, so we can get the auction up once more this generation. And we're getting still 26 money. But now also 2 steel, which is worth 4 money, and 1 titanium, which is worth 3 money, so it seems worth it. Dust seals, simply worth a point, not interested. Worms, increase your plant production by 1 step for every 2 microbe tags you have. I don't have any, so we'll get rid of that. Bribed committee, we could spend 7 money to gain 2 income, effectively. That could be worth it in the long game. We've got still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 production, so we spend 7 money to get 14 overall. If we're not using all our money this turn, I think we'll do that. The industrial centre can spend 7 money to increase your steel production 1 step. We've already got 2 steel production. I'm not sure we need more than that, so I won't get this one. I'll just spend 3 on the bribed committee. So do spend 8 plants to increase the oxygen, I think, first of all. We're placing a greenery, I might place it here for an extra steel. Then spend 4 money because of our reduction. What cube did I just move? I think it was silver, wasn't it? To increase our terraforming rating by 2. So effectively that costs you 2 points to gain 2 points, but 2 points, which is also 2 income. So it's a bit of a strange card, that one. It's quite interesting. I think what we'd do is use the big asteroid. We can start getting heat production. We've got a discount of 9 with the amount of titanium we currently have. So that's 9, brings the cost down to 18. We'll gain 1, 2 bumps on this for 2 terraforming rating up to 25. We'll gain 4 titanium back. Somebody has to lose 4 leaves, but it won't be us. And because of where we are on the heat track, temperature track over here, we get 1 heat production. And we do not have enough money to do anything else, so we will move on to 18. We're on 6, 25, so 31 income. We're slowly getting up there. 2 more steel, 1 titanium, 1 heat, 3 plants. So we need some big moves coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need minus 16 degrees to really crank up the plant production. Well, not really crank up. We've got 23 to increase our terraforming rating and get 4 plants. That's a possibility. We've got 15 credits worth of titanium, and it's an earth tag. Yeah, I think we're keeping this one. Gain 2 titanium and 2 money production. We do have enough to do this at the moment, but I'm not sure we're going to need 3 titanium production. It'll take a while to offset the amount of money we'll have to invest into this one as well. I'm not sure there's time enough for that left. And this one just spending heat for terraforming rating. Well, 8 heat can raise the temperature, which will give us a terraforming rating. That's more useful at the end of the game. It needs to be 0 degrees Celsius or warmer anyway. We're nowhere near that. So we'll get rid of those 2. Requires 16 degrees. That's still a little while away. We haven't really generated much heat, which is a problem. I think we'll hang on to it though, it's still too far away. So we're only going to spend 3 money on the nitrogen imports. So then the card is 20 to play. We've got 15 in titanium plus 5 money. We're going to crash this down. So we're on to 26 income and gain 4 plants. And those 4 plants can also be used immediately now. 2, 4, 6, 8. So keep on 1. To place a greenery tile. Greenery tile will go here. Production 1 to 27. And did the oxygen going to steel? Did I do that? No. So then, if we spent some more money on a plant, another plant, quite like to get up to 6% oxygen, because then we can play our biomass combustor to decrease our plant production to gain energy production, and then lower our energy production to gain money, but it's not really worthwhile doing at this point. I think what I'll do instead is spend 22 money simply to buy 2 power production. We've got 16 money's worth of steel. If nothing better comes out, we'll be able to just buy the dome crater soon anyway. So, 6, 27, 33, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Windmills requires oxygen to gain power. We're not at 7% oxygen. And it's costing 9 for something which power plant's only 11 anyway. Requires -6 degrees. It's really not worth it. It costs 18 to build a lake, which costs 18 anyway. We'd have to hang on to this card for a while, so let's not bother. Underground city, I could use the iron, the power I've got to get more iron production, but we've got plenty of that anyway. This one's a little more worth it. It's place a lake for only 8 money effectively. It's got to be much warmer than this, but we've got to get there anyway. So let's keep hold of that for 3. Okay, so what can we do? Uh, 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. So we could play the domed crater for free. I think we'll do that. Just play it with all of our steel. We're making quite a bit anyway, so we gain 3 plants from that. Lose an energy production. Gain 3 income. We can place a city tile. So we can place the city tile. Here. And get 2 more plants, which will let us place another greenery tile as well. That here, 2 greenery back, bump the auction, bump the terraforming rating. And then we'll pay 23 to just place a greenery tile here to get 2 plants. Bump the oxygen, get a terraforming rating. And then because we're 6% oxygen, we can spend 4 money to lower our plant production and gain 2 energy production. So hopefully we can look to start making some heat. We're going to probably have to solo standard project it soon. Not feeling particularly confident anymore. Okay, so this slides over. We will generate 1 temperature, 3 power, 2 plants of titanium, 2 steel, 9 and 29, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got to get a titanium production, lose power to get 3 heat. We're going to buy that one. Add an animal, spend heat as money. No, titanium mine would spend 10 to get 12 in titanium. No, we won't bother with that. So we'll spend 3 money, which we use 2, 4 of steel, 5, 6 money to decrease our energy, increase our heat. Excellent, that's really what we needed. Now we're going to spend 28 on 2 asteroids. 1, 2, 2, and 1 more. Okay. We could increase our energy production 1 more step. Is it worth it? It's the track we're furthest away on at the moment. But we'd only generate 1, 2, 3, 4 more energy with it that way. We're better off buying the asteroids at this point, so we won't. So 31 plus 9 made it to 40 money. 2 steel, titanium, 2 plants, that will slide over. 5 heat, and 2. We don't have science tags for that. We don't really need this. That doesn't particularly help. We could spend 15 for 2 extra income. We could spend an asteroid, which is 14 for 1 extra income, and actually get close to our goal. So once again, the cards don't seem to help us out. We'll avoid those. The only benefit with that is we could use our titanium for that, but hopefully we'll get a use for it soon. So we spend 8 heat. What's the temperature? Terraforming rating. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Eighth plant, which will replace, not that. Greenery, the titanium, bump on the auction. And we've got 52 money. So if we were to place a greenery, we'd also get a bump on the temperature. So that's a nice freebie. So we'll spend 23 on a greenery. That's this greenery, ups the oxygen, ups the temperature. So 2. And then 28. Do another 2 temperature bumps for another 2. Okay. It slides over. 5, 2, 2. Hopefully we'll get something nice to spend our titanium on. 9 and 37. 40. 6. Heat and plant production. That's quite nice. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Heat and energy production. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Discount. In titanium, so we could choose to do one of them. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bumps away on temperature, 2, 4, 6 bumps away on oxygen. I think for the cost of an extra 4, that's probably better. Oh, it requires us to have a Jovian tag, which we haven't done. So I guess that one's going to get discarded. Coppola City. We lose a power to gain extra income, which isn't worth it at this point. Flooding would cost us 10 money to get a lake out, which is going to be what we want to do. So we'll go with these 2 cards for 6. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 13. 2 extra heat production, 2 extra plant production. And then 7 to flood. we're going to flood here, which gets us 2 greenery and 2 greenery from our other card, and a terraforming region. We're then going to spend 8 heat, temperature bump, and terraforming. We're going to spend, what have we got? 9 plant tricks, so we're going to spend 8 of those. Another greenery, an auction bump, and a plant back. And then we've got 21 money. So let's do another heat. So for 14 money, 6 back. Temperature goes up again. That goes across. Okay. So what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more plants. But if I get out the remaining 2, 4, 5 oceans, that's 10 more plants. So we're quite close on doing that. Heat, we're now generating 7 heat, 2 energy, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Granted, only 2 turns left. We only need to buy 6 temperature bumps. That's fine. Okay, so 7 heat. Slide that over. 2 power. 4 plants. 1 titanium. 2 steel. 9 and 41. So up to 50 money. Escalates quickly when you start getting towards the end. Bump that up. It's not the final round. That's a nice one early. Whenever you play a card, pay 1 less for it. Pointless now. 1 money for each space card your opponents have. Again, pointless. Tropical resort. Lose heat for money, so good normally towards the end when the heat track's getting maxed out, but we're going to want that heat. And decrease power for 2 steel production, that would be really nice. But we have too much steel at the moment and nothing to use it on. Could use all my steel, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 on this. I'm not sure we're going to play that many more cards, so we won't buy any. Let's just go with standard projects. So heat first of all. We've got 8 there to bump it up. Move that over. We've only got 6 plants, but if we place another ocean, we could do that as well. So we'll spend 18 on a lake. And put 1 there. We get 4 plants, and then we'll spend 8 of them. Oops. Place a lake, 8 of them to put a plant down here for 1 greenery. And we're going to get 1 more lake placed after 3 more temperature bumps. So let's, should we do that? Yeah. So what's that? 40, 28, 42. Yeah. So we can't unfortunately do that this turn. We could make sure we're able to do it next turn. Or we could place 2 more lakes and also get a greenery out this turn. 2, 4, 6, 8. I didn't bump the auction. 8 plants and we had a 2% bump from our strip mine. So we should be on 10%. So I could get another plant out this turn and 2 more lakes. That's going to be quite a good thing to do. So let's do 2 lakes for 36. Place it there and there, which will get me 2, 4, 6, 8 plants. So I'm just going to immediately place them. So 3 terraforming rating overall. Another greenery here. Put that up again for 2 more plants. I've only got 3 money left, so we'll have to end it there. Now there's only 2 lakes left, so I don't need any more lakes. I've got this for when the heat gets higher, and a free one I'm going to get. So lakes are taken care of. Now when those 2 come out, I'll get 6 plants as well, so that's almost another greenery. It's going to be close on oxygen. Might have to buy a plant. Need to buy some heat, so let's see if we've got enough. 46 plus 9, so 55 money. It's not going to be enough just for money. Hopefully steel and titanium becoming useful. With our last card draw. Mineral deposit of getting 5 steel, not useful. Put a resource on a card thing, and my next card is cheaper. Yeah, those aren't going to help us. So this is, I think, going to be agonizingly close, but a fail. Let's work it out. So we've got 8 heat to raise that. We'll raise the heat 3 more times. 14, 28, 42. So 1, 2, 3, 4, because I've got the other one. Let's place a lake. So there and get 3 plants. I can then spend 5 money on that card to place the final lake and get that and another 3 plants. And we've got 8 plants there to place a greenery. And the oxygen and get a plant, which gives us 8 plants to place another greenery, to get 2 plants above the oxygen. That's right, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, so yeah, 13%. And then I've got 11 money left. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do any more. We have failed to terraform Mars. 13% oxygen and 2 degrees temperature is inhospitable. Not a chance we're going to try living on this barren wasteland. Yeah, I mean, obviously one more turn we would have easily been there. That's the way it sort of escalates at the end. What we make 62 income at the moment. Making between heat and energy, we're making enough for 1 temperature bump as well. Yeah, unfortunately, they're just short. A couple of the rounds there at the end where we didn't get any useful cards. Let's see what the next draw is. Yeah, that'd be a nice one. Lava flows. 2 temperature bumps for only 18. That's the sort of card we needed. More space impact. Or the mow hole area earlier on to get 4 heat production. The heat track is the biggest one, and it was the one that took us the longest to start increasing through. Going from 30 to 8 temperatures, it's quite a lot of changes. 9 lakes 14 oxygen. It's not a huge amount of tiles, but expensive. Hey ho, I hope you enjoyed the little run through. Give it a try again another day. Not sure how long we've come to. I think we must be just about an hour, so as I say, quite quick and easy to play through solo, but still quite a meaty challenge. Cool. Cheers guys, we'll hopefully see you again soon with some Gloomhaven. Until then, hope you're getting your boxes, punching them out and really getting to grips with it. Bye for now.